Hello, hello. Welcome to another conversation lesson. We're going to get right into it today. Let me open our Ingu website. I always mention to you guys, you can come here by yourself with some friends or just work through some of the material by yourself. Ingu.com. They also offer one-on-one lessons if you're interested in that. Let's see, what shall we do today? I actually just sent my friend a message about this yesterday. Huge Berlin aquarium bursts, killing hundreds of fish. So let's go through this. And let's start off with our vocabulary. As I always mention, I'm going to read it first, and I'd like you to hit pause after each word, read it out loud, make sure you say it out loud. You have to pronounce, to get that tongue used to the movements, because when you speak in your native language, your tongue has different shapes to make kind of different sounds, but you have to practice making the sounds in English. All right, so let's start. Aquarium, a place where fish, dolphins, etc. are kept so that people can look at them. We had a chance to see some sharks at the aquarium yesterday. Then we've got burst, to suddenly break apart, especially due to pressure inside. My daughter got a fright and started crying when one of the balloons burst. Debris, pieces of material that are left after something has been destroyed or broken. It took several days to clean up all the debris left by the storm. Then we've got tank, a large container used for holding liquid gas, etc. I got a small fish tank for my birthday. Then we have death trap, a building, structure, vehicle, etc. that may be very dangerous. Officials described the building as a death trap and ordered it to be demolished. Next one, tragedy, an event that causes great destruction and sadness. Memorial services were held across the country to honor those who lost their lives in the tragedy. All right. Let's move right to our article. Again, I'm going to read the whole thing at once. You can hit pause after each little paragraph and read it out loud again. You have to read it out loud. All right. Let's start. Huge Berlin aquarium bursts, killing hundreds of fish. A huge aquarium in Berlin burst early on December 16th, spilling debris, water, and hundreds of fish out of the Aquadom tourist attraction in the center of the German capital. Police said parts of the building, which also contains a hotel, cafes, and a chocolate store, were damaged as 1 million liters of water poured from the aquarium. Berlin's fire service said 2 people were slightly injured, but the city's mayor, Franziska Giffey, said it was lucky that it didn't happen later in the day when more people may have been hurt. The company that owns the Aquadom, Union Investment Real Estate, said that it was not yet clear why this had happened. Some suggested that temperatures as low as -10 degrees Celsius caused a crack in the tank, which then exploded under the weight of the water. Police said they found no evidence that it was damaged on purpose. Nearly all of the 1,500 fish that were inside the time died, the local government confirmed on Twitter. Among the 80 types of fish were blue tang and clownfish, 2 colorful species known from the movie Finding Nemo. The aquarium had allowed visitors to take a 10-minute elevator ride through the 14-meter-high tank, something that was popular with tourists. Sandra Wieser, who was staying in the hotel, said she was woken up by a loud noise and thought there might have been an earthquake. She said there was glass and water everywhere. Another guest, Eva Udinsky, described it as a total mess. Animal rights group PETA said on Twitter that the aquarium became a death trap for the fish inside. This man-made tragedy shows that aquariums are not a safe place for fish, the group wrote. Okay. Well, let's move on to our discussion questions. Again, I'm going to read the question, then I'll answer it. You can hit pause either before I answer it or after. If you want to hit pause before, you can give your answer. listen to mine, see if we have similar opinions. If you want to listen to mine first, you can maybe add something to it or say, I don't agree with you on this, or I think it's different like this, or, can, like you would in a conversation. Number one, what are your thoughts on this incident? Yeah, I think it's tragic, very, it's something that probably brought a lot of people joy, going there, looking at the fish and experiencing this nice thing and all the fish that died. Yeah, it's sad. Number two, have you ever been to any aquariums or marine parks? Yes, of course, I've been to many. The last time I went was actually for my honeymoon. We went to Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. They had one over there, and we went walking through that. That was quite nice because they have one of those, it's almost like a dome where you walk through these tunnels and it's just all around you. So that was quite nice. Number three, do you have a fish tank? If so, when did you get it? If not, would you like to? No, I don't have a fish tank at the moment. I had before when I was younger. I don't think I would get one again. For me, it's just too much maintenance, and for me personally, it doesn't bring as much joy just seeing fish. I like to have like dogs or cats or, animal with more emotion or more that I can cuddle. Fish is just something that's there. Okay. Then, what are the most fascinating marine animals you've seen up close? Ooh, yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, my one friend, he actually makes these large tanks, something not as big as that, obviously, but cool, very extremely big tanks for. He's got his own business and he's extremely good at it. And he's got a quite a large tank filled with piranhas, and I've seen that up close, and that is, man, if he throws in a piece of meat for them, it's pretty intimidating. Yeah, it's not it's not a fish I would like to encounter in the wild. All right, number five. What countries would you like to visit to see their marine life? Um, to see their marine life, I don't. Anywhere where they have dolphins. But I want to. That's something I still want to. Something like skydiving is something you have to do before you die. And the same thing, I want to swim with dolphins in the wild. I don't know where you can do that or how, but somewhere in the wild where dolphins just, naturally swim, that's where I want to go. Just jump in the ocean and these creatures are just around you. I think that must be amazing. So wherever they have wild dolphins that you can go swim with, that's where I want to go. Further discussion. Number one, have you been to Berlin? If so, what were the highlights of your trip? If not, would you like to? I have not been to Germany actually at all, and I'd love to go to Berlin. On my mother's side, how far back? I think my great grandmother was German, so I've got some part of my roots go through Germany. So I'd love to go visit Germany, see what it's like. Um, I have actually thought about moving there in the past, but never got to it. Yeah, so I would love to go. Number two, are there any zoos worth visiting in your country? In my country? Oh, I don't think zoos, no, because I don't know about the Johannesburg Zoo, um, but zoos are not well maintained in my country. Rather go to a nature reserve. If you go to South Africa, visit a wildlife park where you can see the animals in the wild. Zoos will just make you depressed. But yeah, in Thailand, I live in Thailand right now. Chiang Mai's got a beautiful zoo, very nice zoo, and well worth a visit if you enjoy zoos. I don't know if when I was younger, I loved zoos, but now almost like I don't know if I agree with that when it comes to aquariums, but I don't know. I feel a bit depressed when I go visit a zoo because it feels like I'm visiting a jail where you just watch these animals in these little enclosures. And it's debatable because to an extent, yes, they're safe there and they give them food, they get medical treatment and all of these things, but they just a prisoner. If you a lot of the animals, if you put them in the wild, they might die a lot faster. Probably would die a lot faster, because the wild nature is not forgiving. Um, so they'd probably die a lot faster, but, at least you live. I don't know. I don't know. So, but if you like zoos, go to Chiang Mai. They've got a beautiful zoo. Yeah, that's that. All right, number three, have you had any interesting animal encounters while traveling? While traveling, um, I mentioned this before. They on one of these lessons we talked about the monkey festival in Lopburi, and there they have a temple, and the monkeys just walk through the city. It's amazing. If you ever get the opportunity, go to visit Lopburi, look at the monkeys there, and if you allow them, they would actually jump on you. I've got pictures with monkeys on my shoulders and on my head and everywhere, and yeah, it's a little intimidating because they're still kind of wild, but they're also used to humans. So unless if you just stay cool, they'll be nice. But as soon as if you act aggressive or if you act a bit, hostile towards them, you could be in trouble. So know your place because, like I said, nature's not forgiving. Animals don't care about politics. Yeah. But my encounter was very nice. I had a great experience with them. And other than that, nothing that I recall that was an interesting encounter. Yeah. Number four, are there any animals that people come to your country to see? Yes, this was also a question we had before. South Africa, obviously the big five, all the wild animals, lions, elephants, rhino, buffalo, leopards, even the other cheetahs, um, hippos. There's so many animals people come to see in my country. Ostriches. Um, yeah. Thailand, obviously the elephants and the tigers. I think the elephants, although to be honest, now that I've seen both African elephant and the Asian elephant up close, I like the Asian elephants. They're kind of nice and cute, but the African elephant is something else. They are big and intimidating and do not I mean, don't mess with an Asian elephant, but man, an African elephant will destroy your car. Yeah. All right, number five. Who are the biggest animal lovers you know? Do they work with animals? Um, I mean, I'm a huge animal lover. I love all animals, even though I love to eat them too. I do eat meat, but I love, if I had to kill animals to eat meat, I would probably be a vegetarian. But because I can just go to the supermarket and buy it, I'm eating meat. But yeah, I love all animals. Um, and then but biggest animal lover. I mean, I've got a bunch of friends who work as vets. So probably one of them. I mean, if that's your job to take care of sick animals, I'm sure you must love animals maybe even more than I do, even though I can't imagine it because I really like all animals. But yeah, I've got a lot of friends who work with animals. So yeah, that's that. All right. Well, that is it for today, guys. Let's stop it over there. We worked through this one quite quickly. So a short one for today, but keep on practicing. Try and do a little bit every day. See you guys next time. Bye bye.